Hey there, guys.
Hey, what up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here. We are here at the Lenexa, Kansas Regionals, here with 7th place. What's your name and what'd you play, bro?
Tom Sherard, and I played Mekk-Knight Invoked.
Mekk-Knight Invoked, baby, and you won this nice, beautiful new map, Elemental Lords. And let's just go ahead and get into that profile, man.
So, obviously, playing Mekk-Knight Invoked, you play 3 Alistair. And then you play your Mekk-Knight core, which is, I played a yellow star, and no Eclipse, 3 purple, and 3 blue.
Nice. How'd you like the mustard?
This was probably the most important card I played in my entire deck during the course of the weekend. I played 2 Altergeist, 2 True Draco.
Yeah, so this card was pretty good.
This card, in tandem with the Nightmare stuff, lets you out like up to 4 Floodgates.
Oh, okay, I like it.
On top of that, because we hate True Draco, 2 Gamma Seal.
We're trying to summon Kaijus.
And then my hand traps, 2 Veiler, 2 Droll, 3 Ogre, and 3 Ash.
A lot of hand traps.
And that is it.
10 hand traps. How'd you like the hand trap ratio? It was good. It changes a lot from what I know.
It's bizarre. I've been thinking like Veiler at times is bad, and then but like you have to play it in specific matchups. Like if you let them resolve their level 4 guy and Altergeist, they can just wipe you because spoofing is very annoying for this deck to deal with because they can just shuffle stuff out of their zones.
Kept losing that card. For sure.
Now moving on.
Here comes the other 6 Alistairs.
Here are the other 6 copies of Alistair, 3 Terraforming and 3 Magical Meltdown.
Yes, sir.
In terms of spells, I played 3 Mind Control, 2 Scapegoat, 2 Instant Fusion, 2 Invocation, and 2 Pot of Desires. Pretty basic. In terms of all considerations, I almost want to play 3 of each of these.
3 of each does. This is where you always see a really good play.
And I have always Desires and Desires, so I almost want to play one of this.
I feel I've done the same thing today. Happens a lot, man. People don't think it happens, but odds aren't with you when you're playing at a tournament.
I almost think Instant Fusion and Scapegoat are better than Mind Control now because of all the Nightmare stuff that came out.
Yeah, the Nightmare stuff.
Just like extra linking to out your opponent's board states or like force them to put stuff in specific areas to deal with you.
Yeah.
It makes the deck a lot better. That's also the reason why I'm playing the heavier Mekk-Knight core, is because it gives you more monsters to continue your link summoning with.
Yeah, I like it.
Now into extra deck. Playing 1 Invoked Elysium.
It's a god card.
2 Mechaba, Purgatrio, Regine, and 1,000 Eyes Restricts. And then the best cards in the extra deck were the Link monsters today. So Surge of Skuldread. I made that twice. Both times my opponent kept me off of Alistair the entire game, and I ended up pushing in the end by drawing 4 cards and essentially seeing the Alistair. They had like a negate, so I'd make them negate my Meltdown and then get my Alistair on the board.
Nice.
I did some crazy stuff. Played the Borreload. That came up once against True Draco, where I kind of used it to stall for time. And I won my last round essentially by underclock Borreloading someone and increasing their monster by like 3 or 4K, and then they judgmented earlier in the turn, so I just OTK'd them.
They just died that turn.
I made it with like, I think 5 Mekk-Knight monsters.
Oh my god, you went ham.
I was playing a Nightmare Unicorn. This came up the most of any rank 3. I would probably never ever play Decode Talker because this is so much better. I almost considered playing 2 of this card because it comes up at multiple times. The only reason I wouldn't consider playing 2 is because a lot of times people out this, they end up shuffling it back into the deck because they can't destroy your monsters.
Yeah.
Nightmare Goblin. This came up multiple times earlier in the tournament. I'll explain why that's super good later. Phoenix. I summon this every single game, every single match during the course of the tournament.
Oh my gosh, every time, huh?
Every single game.
Dang.
Underclock, Link Spider, Link Karibo. I borrowed it.
Hilarious. So we borrowed it, that's a Link Karibo. It's a good proxy though, I like that proxy. It's hilarious. It is.
So, the reason why Nightmare, this guy is super good, is because when you summon Scapegoat and you have your Alistair in your hand, you can essentially make Link Karibo, point a Phoenix or a Cerberus down at it to out the card, have your token remaining, summon your Alistair earlier, essentially to get the other name for this. Then you use the Link Karibo and a token, typically to make this. You discard your card, you draw 1. And you fusion summon into your normal extra deck zone, and then you normal summon Alistair again, and then you make a Unicorn to out another card, and then you get the other search, and then because you use this or a Link Karibo, or they have stuff in their extra deck, you can typically make Purg Mekk-Knight, which is an auto win against every single deck.
Yeah, you're right. It is broken. Nice.
If I would consider cutting anything, it'd definitely be the Elysium. Because it just didn't come up. Yeah. I would rather have a third Mekk-Knight.
True that. I was about to ask you if VA
so many of the decks just play around it. Like the fact that Altergeist has like almost every single monster being a different attribute, and True Draco just like typically always has a monster on board that can respond to it.
Yeah.
And just add something to their hand, and then they play past it.
True. Makes sense.
Now onto the side deck. Draw Unlock was okay. Best card in side deck, Trap Eater.
That card's a god.
That card is amazing. The reason why it's so good is like you can have like Trap Eater, Alistair, and like a Blue Sky, and that hand with like 2 other vacant cards lets you out up to 4 to 5 floodgates.
Yeah, that's insane.
I played around double anti-spell, Imperial Order spoofing, and Drowning Mirror Force.
All with just 3 cards.
And I popped all 5 of their cards.
Oh my gosh. Trap Eater too good.
2 Lancia. It only came up in the mirror match. I was thinking I was going to play FTK. It didn't really do anything. 2 Forbidden Chalice. It came up a lot because a lot of people want to make me go first. It's better. In a lot of situations, because I was abusing the Mekk-Knights more so in this build than anything else, I was setting this to set up a column so I could summon one, and then like a bad one, like
having like random
just random Mekk-Knight stuff in your hand, and then getting links away, and then making like a link reroll with like my Instant Fusion, and then having a Cerberus point at it, and then just having your opponent sit there and look at it. It's like I can't attack over their board now because I can't destroy stuff, and if I attack it, it just gets reduced to 0. 2 Call by the Grave. That card was terrible. I wouldn't play it in the side deck. I would only main deck it in a deck that is really reliant off of not losing to hand traps, like maybe Goki, or something like that. Triple red reboot. I would cut this card to 2. Seeing multiple this card makes you lose because this is typically the only trap you side in. Almost all the time, I red reboot someone and they red reboot my red reboot.
Yeah, I saw it happen all the time.
End up setting my other red reboot, and then when I draw my 3rd red reboot, I lose.
And then you're like, damn, that was just not what I wanted.
And then 3-dimensional barrier. I did not play any Pendulum today, so this card didn't come up. The only matchup it came up in was the mirror match, and essentially I was using it for the same purpose I was using Chalice.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty much it for the deck.
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts to Wise Guys, Collector's Cash, all local players. It's a pretty enjoyable experience. This is probably my regional with like my most close matches. Like almost every game I played went to game 3. I played a bunch of people from my locals, and it was pretty enjoyable and fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, congrats on getting 7th place, right?
Yeah, this shot's so cool.
And thanks for deck profile, bro.
Yep.